Hello and welcome to the Hoof GP. My name's Graham Parker and today we are looking at two big bulls that the farmer couldn't quite manage to get trimmed in his crush. So let's hope it goes smoothly. Haha, I did that in one take. So there are two bulls to do here today, and we've been pre-warned that they absolutely hate each other, so they need to be kept completely apart. So we're going to do this big guy, which is an Aberdeen Angus, first, and then we'll do the guy over there who is chilling, who's a Hereford. So let's crack on, and hopefully this will go without a hitch.
Come on, big boy. Let's go. It's not working.
Come on, boy. Up you get.
Up. Come on.
Come on. On you go. It's pretty obvious he's really lame on that front right foot. Every time he lifts it, he's kind of kinking his ankle up because he's sore. And you can see he's moving the far away front foot as quickly as possible to get the weight off the sore one. So it's definitely the front right one, although that's pretty obvious to most people. Good boy. On you go. Hey, by the way, if you like this hat, click on the link in the description and go and get yourself one. This is the Flex Fit one and it's awesome. See? No headbandy thing, really comfortable. And it supports the channel. Cheers! So in cases like this, Tom the farmer here actually trims all of his own cows and would do bulls himself, but he's got an older crush that's a bit smaller and less capable than ours. So he's phoned us to get these two big guys into our crush and hopefully get them fixed up. So what we've had to do is basically kind of rig everything up back to front because we can't get the crush into where the other crush is, which is what we would do ideally. So we've just rigged this up, but we tie everything as tightly as possible because these guys have got some serious power and can get through most things. Success! So even although it's his front right foot that's sore, we're definitely going to trim all 4 feet because why wouldn't we when we've gone to all the trouble of getting the nice big bull into the crush.
Are we all liking Graham's new haircut? Give us some comments.
This is the COVID cut. Do I look like that guy at a prison break? I do not, a little bit. So while we're trying to get the bull in, he's constantly trying to kick us to get us away from it, and unfortunately he's damaged his dew claw. It won't really have any big effect on him, it's just got a little bit of blood right now because of it. See, we don't touch the inner claw's heel at all because we try to get the weight away from this bigger claw and onto here. So anything we take off here means we have to take even more from this outer claw to try and get it to the same level. And now the farmer's calling just to check that I'm actually here and doing the job. Catch you later, man. Bye-bye. Bye. And what we're going to do is we're going to leave this foot up in the air while we trim that front foot in case it gives him quite a bit of pain and he starts thrashing around. So it's safe for us and safe for him because it doesn't wind him up. So you can clearly see this inner claw is far, far too big in comparison to the outer claw. Well, actually the outer one is slightly overgrown as well. So we're going to trim this right back to the right size, try to mirror this over here, and then get the whole thing looking much sexier, to be honest, and then see what the problem is. See, we get that block applied straight away to give it loads of healing time, but then I sit back, chill, have a sip of my Pepsi, and wait on it fully curing to make sure there's zero chance that this block can come off this bull. An extra minute or two is not going to kill me, is it? You see, all of this is loose and needs to come away. So it might look like I've done a kind of haphazard job of putting that bandage on, but it is really important that we put this on as loosely as possible. To be honest, even if it falls off in half an hour, I don't really mind. All I want to do is get good contact with the product I've just put in his foot. It's more important to me that this falls off by itself so that the farmer can't possibly forget to take it off. And as I've already said, they can't actually get this bull in their crush, so it would be a real task to try and get this bandage off by themselves. So one of the most important things we do when we're at the farm is make sure all the gates are set properly. And it's really important in the case of bulls because if they get together, then mayhem ensues. Oh boy. Oh boy, keep going. Up. As you can see, he's actually walking better straight away. My bandage fell off, so it's only actually lasted on him for about 10 minutes. With the iodine already on there, and that actually still being stuck to the front of it, despite there being no bandage there to hold it in place, you should have it on for another 15 or 20 minutes before the paste actually falls off too. But I'd rather that than him have a bandage stuck to his foot for the next 2 weeks. Next! Onwards to the Hereford. So Tom, the farmer, told me that this bull has dermatitis on his heel, and it's really easy to spot when there's something wrong with his heel because his heel will be much, much higher than it should normally be because he's trying to avoid putting the weight on there so it doesn't wear. Hey big guy, come on. Come on. Get. Hey. Come on. I think he likes it. What do you reckon? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hey, hey, hey. Just look at the size of his neck. Just that portion probably weighs the same as me. Well, maybe before lockdown. What's funny about that, Craig?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
So as you can see, there's a problem right up here. There's dermatitis on it, and that's led to the cracking all the way down through his foot, right the way to here. He has definitely dermatitis in here, and maybe there's active dermatitis here. So what we're going to do is return this to 75mm long, get the angle of the foot right, make sure the same amount of pressure is on both claws, and then tidy all this up. So you can see where the dermatitis is actually eating into the flesh and tissue up here, which has caused the problem. And I cannot stress enough that this farmer literally cannot get that bull into his crush. And it's not just as easy as calling the local vets because their crush might not be as capable as ours. So this is the safest and best thing to do for this bull. Also, the farmer's been trying to get hold of me for a while. Hopefully you'll see as I progress my way through this trim that I'm really trying not to cause any pain by cutting into that raw and open wound. I'm trying to take the pressure off of that outer claw by reducing the height of the heel, and I'm trying to get rid of any loose and raggedy horn around the lesion. These tubes of glue are commonly used right throughout the industry. It's nothing special to me, and I use Bulky Bond because I love it. Some people did ask why I stopped using the blue glue. Well, blue glue is for the winter months, and this Bulky Bond is fantastic during the summer. And I might just keep using it through the winter this year actually, because it's performing really well. You just pull out the stopper on the end, chuck a new nozzle in every time you use it, because the nozzle actually mixes the glue, and this little collar stops the nozzle from coming off. See how well this stuff comes out? It's already starting to set. And while that sets, we'll nip round and trim this front foot. these types of bulls, Herefords, are known for having these big, flat-footed feet, and we see this an awful lot in this type of bull. So that is completely natural, but we need to make sure that he doesn't become lame because of this foot as well as that. I'm not sure if you can notice, but this one's actually slightly smaller than it was 2 seconds ago. He also has a growth right in between his feet, and that's called a tyloma or a granuloma. And unfortunately, there's not that much we as hoof trimmers can do about it, other than give it a good wide model to give room to squish. So let's see how he walks.
I know you're hurt. I can see it in your eyes, but you need to let your mind off things. No, it hurts.
Come on, boy.
I
Come on,
can't
boy.
see it in your eyes, babe, but I know you have a lot to give.
This guy is definitely walking better, but in a couple of days' time, when all of the stress of me mucking about with his back feet has actually worn off, he will be walking much, much better. So I'm pretty happy that that is a job well done. So from me and from Craig, thank you very, very much for watching. Hopefully, we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Be your guiding light. I'm your lighthouse, I'm the sun against your dark clouds. I will always be your guiding light. I know you're strong. Need to get yourself together. Things still get better if you just believe it. Yeah, it's getting cold, the waves are crashing in. When the streams are getting strong, just hold on to me. Yeah, I'm your lighthouse, I'm the sun against your dark clouds. I will always be your guiding light. I'm your lighthouse, I'm the sun against your dark clouds. I will always be your guiding light. Oh, I'll be your guiding light. Oh, I'll be your guiding light. Oh, I'll be your guiding light. I know that it's getting cold, the waves are crashing in. When the streams are getting strong, just hold on to me. I'm your lighthouse, I'm the sun against your dark clouds. I will always be your guiding light. I'm your lighthouse, I'm the sun against your dark clouds. I will always be your guiding light. I'm your lighthouse, I'm the sun against your dark clouds. I will always be your guiding light. I'm your lighthouse, I'm the sun against your dark clouds. I will always be your guiding light.